Alright, today I'm going to show you guys how to get to this guy. There aren't a whole lot of good videos on YouTube about taking this all apart, but this control knob seems to go bad fairly often. People spill stuff here in the center console or something happens and gets on it and ruins it. Just goes bad, I don't know. But here's how you get to it and how you take it all apart. For reference though, the reason I'm working on this one is because the down button doesn't work. Just use yourself a little plastic trim tool like I have here, and both of these side panels on your console just pop right out. After that, the control module itself, the whole assembly here, also just pops apart. So you pull that off, and you have two wires that you have to undo, and that's it. Alright, so here we have the control panel out, and we're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. They are Phillips head screws, kind of tiny, but very, very easy to remove. Then what we're going to do, take off this little panel in the back, and then behind that we've got one little wire here going to the back. We're just going to pop him out and remove, and then remove this circuit board. Remove the circuit board. It's not wanting to come out. Not sure why. If you take a look at what's going on here, if we take off the circuit board, you'll see that there is a rubber material here with contact points that these buttons, as you press them in on the center console, are pressing in on this, which communicates with the circuit board. But you can see pretty clearly what's going on with mine. I don't have the ability to press down or up on mine. Neither of those buttons work, and it looks like there's something going on with that, with what we've got going on here. It looks like somebody spilled something, so I'm gonna see if I can clean that up. All I have is this 70% isopropyl alcohol at the moment, so let's see if it works. Not gonna lie, y'all, it's looking pretty good. All right, now we just put it all back together. Replug in that little wire. And screw the assembly all back together again. Let's go put it back in the Mazda and see if it fixed the problem. All right, so installation is the reverse, of course. Just plug things back in again. The two wires you unplugged earlier just go right back in. And then this guy just clicks right back in. Let's see if I've got a down button. I'm gonna go ahead and put the vehicle in the on position. Okay. All right, let's see if the down button works. We're going into the navigation. Oh, okay, we've got up again, but down still isn't working. That's a bummer. All right, so two things at this point. What I discovered after taking this all apart again is that my board appears to have like actual physical damage to it. I think something shorted out. So for me, the only fix is to spend either $75 to $150 buying a used control module online, or what I was planning to do was to find somebody parting out a Mazda CX5, or potentially try to find a scrapyard with one in stock and see if I could just get this control module piece for a lot cheaper. But as many of you know, I've already traded this car back in for a Dodge Durango, so none of that matters now. But I'll go ahead and draw your attention to one more thing in this picture. If you see right here, my brake light is on. What I found out is when you disconnect this stuff in your center console, it can activate something called brake maintenance mode on your Mazda CX5. So it'll make it to where your emergency parking brake will not engage, or disengage, I should say. You can YouTube plenty of videos on how to do that or how to deactivate that. It's not hard. I've already forgotten how to do it, and it also doesn't matter because I've already traded this car in. So just be aware of that. If it activates that brake mode, just go ahead and YouTube how to disengage it. Hope this helps somebody, and peace.